Let's talk about CLOV. Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm your beautiful host, Young Buffett, and in today's video, we're going to talk about all things CLOV. We're going to take a look at what people are talking about, what people are not talking about. We're going to take a look at the dark pool data, the max pain. We're going to jump into Reddit really quick and then take a look at the price action movement for the day. And speaking of price action movement, if you haven't already, hop over to Finery where we talk about plays that go up 514% in one day. That is absolutely crazy. And then also shout out to Jack for making another fantastic trade, buying NXTP for $2.64 and then selling NXTP for $2.35. You know what they say, buy it low and sell it lower. But anyways, jumping into Ape Wisdom. Ape Wisdom covers Wall Street Bets, Wall Street Bets New, Wall Street Bets Elite, stock market, investing, SPACs, options, day trading, and short squeeze subreddits. The most talked about stock on the Reddit list today is Tesla, followed by the S&P 500, as indicated by SPY, which is constantly just hitting all-time highs. Then we have Snapchat that just got destroyed in their earnings call. They did well in their earnings, but they said that Apple is causing a lot of problems with their ad revenue. They dropped, I think, about 20-something% after hours. So definitely keep an eye out on Snap. I am definitely looking at picking up some more Snap, but I'm curious to see how this news will digest as we learn more about Apple's ad policy and what it's doing to social media stocks like Facebook as well. Number 4 on the list is Prog. Number 6 is GameStop, BlackBerry, PayPal, Wish, AMD, Intel, AMC, Smile Direct Club, ATER, Tilray, Pinterest, Apple, BBIG, IBM, SNDL, SoFi, Amazon, DTE, Microsoft, BABA, QQQ, Nets, CLFE, PE, MNKD, ISCC, PLTR, Netflix, Skills, MAGA, VTI, AI, PHUN, DDU, ON, GM, BITO, CEI, DIS, and then CLOV. Oof, number 47 on the list. Now that is one of the lowest that I've seen CLOV on this list. Now let's take a look at why. Overall mentions on all of Reddit has slowed down. But again, remember, this does not include the CLOV subreddit itself. Overall public sentiment is about 75%. Nearby words include Wish, Bot, Meme, Stock, Green, Up, Palantir, BB, Shit, Like, SNDL, Big, Smile Direct Club, Tilray, and Before. So it's just interesting to see it drop. And it's also not on this Wall Street Bets list anymore. So Wall Street Bets isn't talking about it. We can't take a look at comment volume anymore on this. We'll see if it comes back. This happened before, but it is losing that public momentum. But I don't think that's too big of a problem. The max pain still stands at 8. If you don't know by now, definitely go watch my max pain video or my last video. I literally recap what max pain is every single video. But max pain is 8. And CLOV is sticking to it, and it has been sticking to it for quite a while now. And we are selling calls, and I'll show you how we made some money on CLOV by selling calls as well, but it is so predictable. So let's see what happens there. CLOV dark pool data. It is getting heavily shorted. Net short volume sits at negative 2.8 million. Net short volume in dollars is negative 22.4 million. That is a lot. So the shorts are piling in. I think I'm going to sign up for Ortex again. In the next video, we can take a look at the short interest and the float and whatnot and see if there's any valuable information there. But a lot of you are asking, there are a lot of new users in this sub as well. Penguino Rampage, again, another CLOV legend. I think we highlighted one of his videos last time, but there are a lot of new people in here, and he breaks down what CLOV is not and what CLOV is. So CLOV is not a pump and dump. It is not just a meme stock. Debates on if meme, but not on value compared to most. And I highly agree with that. I've talked about this in many videos before. CLOV is not just a meme stock. Technically, it is a meme stock. It falls in the meme basket that consists of things like AMC, GME, BlackBerry, Nokia, and a lot of different meme stocks. But CLOV is not just a meme stock. A lot of those other companies have no real value or growth, or they shouldn't even be companies at all, but they get a lot of momentum from nostalgia and stuff like that, and a lot of retail jumping in and a lot of Wall Street bets jumping in, and it makes them just a meme stock. But I highly, highly agree with the fact and the statement that it is not just a meme stock. So number 3, as we've discovered, probably not a squeeze play. Probably. I'm very curious, though, to see how it does play out. I think earnings is going to be another big catalyst. We just need to keep an eye out on catalysts. I've talked about this before. A lot of times you can refer to CLOV as a boiling pot of water, and the hedge funds are just keeping the lid on a boiling pot of water. And a true catalyst would be turning up that flame even higher, creating a lot more pressure and causing it to explode. So it should be interesting to see how it plays out. It might not be a squeeze play, but still it should see some crazy movements depending on what catalysts come its way based on the short float or the short interest that it does have. And it also could be a candidate for a gamma squeeze, but we can talk about that in another video. If you're interested, let me know in the comments below. But number 4, it is not fairly traded. That is very true. As you can tell by the daily chart, it is just crazy, crazy manipulated. Number 5, CLOV is not led by money grubbing assholes. That is very true. What CLOV is, it is one of the most important companies traded today for the sake of your family and our country. Sure. Are we talking about the industry, or are we talking about how it's not fairly traded? Are we talking economics, or are we talking healthcare? Either way, it could be one of the most important companies. I can see that. What CLOV is, a 10-bagger investment in 2 to 4 years. Loose earnings dependent. Yeah, depends on how they do. Look at UNH and other competitors. I got actually a request to make a video that talks about how CLOV compares to competitors. So I'll be definitely looking into that. CLOV is a highly manipulated, perhaps a top 5 ever in history, absolute fuckery of a stock. That does make sense as well. It is absolutely crazy to watch how much it is getting manipulated. CLOV is also led by capable, intellectually sovereign executives who appear to be very savvy, even to fight hedgies. Remember that early warrant play. So yes, they are actually very aware of what's going on with their stock, and they handled their warrants very, very professionally. So very, very good to see their executive team being self-aware of what they're dealing with. And CLOV is worth being patient for. I agree. Now that that has been said, a couple things need to be reiterated. Don't buy the stock on margin, please. You allow hedgies to dip into your stock and use it to short. No bueno. That is true. If you are buying CLOV on margin, you're not actually buying shares. Or if you are buying shares, those shares are available to borrow against. And that's why we take a look at cost to borrow. And that's why once we get Ortex again, we can take a look at the cost to borrow days and see how that's getting tracked. But don't buy short horizon calls. Don't buy short horizon calls. But nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice or a recommendation or buy or sell any type of security or investment. But just in general, investing top level advice, just things that investors should know. Typically, you don't want to buy a short horizon or a call that is going to expire the next day or the same week. You usually want to buy some time to be right, because you're going to get hit with theta. You're going to get hit with crazy volatility. Usually the market makers will end up winning. We actually pretended like we're market makers this week. I'll show you how we made over 50% in a option that we sold. So again, do not buy short horizon calls. People have been warning this for months, but every time there's a decent jump in the price, calls go through the roof. If you don't understand options, don't do anything but buy and hodl. Plenty of discussions on covered calls and selling puts in the last 48 hours. Many with noobs wanting to try it. Please don't, not now. That is very true. If you do have any questions about how to accurately scale in and scale out and handle these tools, hit that subscribe button, because that's what we talk about a lot on this channel. And that's actually one of the biggest points of this channel. A lot of people ask, why are you covering all of this? Because I want to show how to safely and efficiently maneuver around stocks that are crazy, like CLOV. Number 3, we have another 3 quarters till we see how incredible CLOV did during this open enrollment. So don't be surprised when shorts try to shake you out of your position. Till then, I say this to curtail expectations. If I'm wrong, then great. If there are huge... We are a huge mother effing army. This isn't like many other ticker armies though. We have some talented DDers, tubers, hey, that's me, and general contributors, and this community is really incredible. And it is. If you haven't actually gone into their Discord, there's a ton of people in there who are super passionate about CLOV and talk about CLOV like all day long. We also talk about CLOV like all day long inside of my Finery page. So there are a lot of places to hang out. Even this Reddit, there's how many people? 47,000.4 people who just love CLOV, who like to talk about what's going on with CLOV. So I really do like the community. So shout out to the community. Thank you guys for always watching my videos and being so positive and nice and welcoming, even though we've seen some ups and we've definitely seen some downs. I've become friends with many of you on here, and I never thought I'd say something like that. Enjoy the ride. I agree. Great post. Very good recap of everything that CLOV is not and is, and what to look out for in the future. So good post, good job. Something that's not a good job, the stock today. So it opened up at around 786 this morning, okay? And it started to go up. And if you've noticed, the past couple of days, CLOV has been opening and then going up. Remember when we were covering this video like a month ago, the stock a month ago, every time it would open, it would come right down. But what's going on? Every time the stock opens, it goes up, gets people excited. People might buy some calls, and then it peaked at 804, and then it worked its way right back down to that previous close line, that teal line right there, and it kind of bounced right back up. It saw about 795 and then worked its way right back down, and then worked its way right back up to the max pain of 8, and then worked its way right back down, and it's continuing to drop after hours. So really interesting moves today. The options are what are more interesting and what everybody just keeps warning about. Now, inside of my trading group, which is free to join, by the way. So I've said it like a million times, join it or don't. I'm probably just going to stop saying it. Just join it. But we were talking about how CLOV always just shoots up and then gets shorted right back down. So why not capture some of that premium? So what we did is we jumped over to the next week, October 29th. That's when these options expire. We looked at the 8.5 calls. And you can see right now they're selling for about $13 or $14 or so. That means if you wanted to buy this call, you would pay $13 or $14. Now, yesterday, CLOV spiked up, and we sold this exact call for $30. Somebody paid $30 for this 8.5 call. And today, it's worth $13 or $14. So what we did is we bought it back. Remember, we sold it for 30. We bought it back at 50% the price and locked in 50% profit. So it's really, really interesting to see how when CLOV shoots up, a lot of people pour into the calls, and then we get to sell that call and capture that premium. So fair warning, either do this or be careful. Just, you have to be quick with options if you want to get into options. Otherwise, if you're new to it all, like Mr. Penguin said, just hang tight and hold tight and let's see what happens. So again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.